What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you stopping by for the first time, if you see something that you like here today, please don't forget to subscribe at some point. Those of you stopping by that have been here before, welcome back to TLTG Reviews, my friends. Glad you came see me. So this is one that's actually been on my list to do for a while, and it kept getting pushed aside and pushed aside. So today we're knocking it out. This is another Fragrance for Life video. 10 fragrances for life. If I can only keep 10 niche fragrances, these would be the 10. Stay tuned. So just a little quick FYI, I will have links in the description for places to buy all these fragrances, whether it be directly from the manufacturers, from Vinva Fragrances, or wherever. Links will be down in the description below if any of these interest you and you want to take a look into them. Just figured I'd let you know. Let's jump into the first one. So jumping into the first one, I actually wore this very recently, this past Saturday as a matter of fact. This is such a versatile fragrance, and it smells extremely expensive. It's not cheap. It's an expensive fragrance for sure. It has that orange blossom that's just done so well. That gives such a good versatile freshness up top. The oud's very subdued. It's got a tonka bean dry down. It gets a little powdery. It's got a lot of qualities that I really enjoy in a fragrance, and this is one I definitely want to keep forever. It's from Kajal Perfumes. It's Kajal Homme. Like I said, great fragrance. Fantastic performer without being overbearing and too powerful. This stuff is really good, guys. Whew, man, like I said, the orange blossom is just so well done. That's what you're gonna get off top. And like I said, it's got a tonka bean dry down, but don't let tonka bean dry down steer you away, because so many designer releases are centered around a tonka bean dry down, because this does not smell like some basic designer fragrance. I can assure you of that. This smells very expensive, and it's very versatile. This is a year-round signature scent, absolutely through and through. It's great, and in my opinion, the best one to get from the house if you're looking for something that you can wear anytime for any reason. And it's one that I'm not gonna have to keep for a long time. Matter of fact, for life. I'm gonna have Kajal Homme from Kajal Perfumes. Next, this one's relatively new. To my collection anyways. I haven't had it for a really long time, but it's one of those fragrances that still kind of blowing my mind. I haven't been wearing it as much as I should lately though. A lot of things that you might not necessarily think would work together when you hear it, such as figs, soapy lavender, things like that, you know, but it just comes off so calming, so relaxing, and such a beautiful smell. Great for the hot weathers. From Carner Barcelona, Fig Man. There's some good stuff right here, guys. I love the way this one smells. This one kind of blew me away. Man, and the violet. Violet, fig, freshness. I mean, just fresh. Soapiness. It's just so many things that make a good fresher fragrance, but you put them all together and it might not sound like something that'll work, but it just works. This is such a great fragrance from Carner Barcelona. The only that I have from the house. And I gotta tell you, if this is a sign of what this house is all about, I need to get more fragrances like El Born, for example. I know that's a popular one. I'd like to get my hands on that one too. But just based on the niche fragrances in my collection, which I believe is in the 30 some odd, 40 fragrance range, this is a must keep. This is one I'm gonna have for life, because it's got a uniqueness without being overly unique. And it just has a calming effect on me. It just smells so beautiful. And that's, once again, from Carner Barcelona. It's Fig Man. Next, this is one I actually won in a giveaway, door prize giveaway at Scent Explorer when I was in New York. I actually did a full review on it, very beginning of the year. It actually, if I remember correctly, got the highest overall rating I've ever given a fragrance. So that should tell you how much I enjoy this one. It's from Zaharoff. It's a Cento. Newer release. I believe this came out in 2019. This is a 50 ml. The prices have dropped a little bit. It's a little easier to get them now. They're in the mid 100s. Mid to high, you know, in that 160, 170 range, I believe you can find them. Gray market discounters, places like that. Some good stuff. You gotta like pineapple, musk, hyacinth, and iris. That's the notes most prominent to my nose. It's very, very powerful. This thing fills a room in the first 2 hours. but it's not overbearing. For as powerful as it is, it's light enough, but has a serious density to it. It really does. I only pull this one out on certain occasions. It has a very expensive smell to it. It smells expensive. It smells classy. So I try to pull it out in the right situations. Can I wear it anytime? Sure, you can wear any fragrance anytime. It's strong enough to go through the winter and cut through the cold, yet not, like I said, not so dense that you can't 2 or 3 spray this in the summer. Now it is powerful. Maybe not want to wear it outside in the 110-degree heat index of South Houston like I'm doing now, but definitely one that I want to have for a very long time because I have nothing else that smells like this. I'm really digging florals. That's kind of my thing now. And this is a fantastic floral dominant fragrance, very unisex. Ladies can absolutely pull this one off. But the mixture of that clean musk with the hyacinth, the iris, and the pineapple is just gorgeous with this one. Performance is off the charts, and the scent quality is absolutely there. Definitely gonna have to keep this one forever. If I ever run out of this bottle, I'll definitely need another one. And that's from Zaharoff. It's a Cento. Next, this is another one that's very recent to the collection. I just got this one. I just did a full review on it in the last few days. I love this fragrance so much. I absolutely want to always have a bottle of this. It is so good. Like I was just saying on the last fragrance, I really love florals, and this is well done. Iris and Violet from Juliet Has a Gun, their newest release. Lipstick Fever. I love this fragrance. This is so good. That atomizer too. Man. Man, y'all need to try this. You need to sample it if you love iris. Yes, this is a women's perfume. This is marketed for women, but if you smell it, it's very unisex. For a floral lover, this is a dreamy fragrance in my opinion. It's not the strongest fragrance. Decent longevity, you know, bordering that right in that moderate, slightly above moderate range on my skin for longevity. Projection, very subtle, not a powerhouse. Perfect for this scent profile and scent type. I still smell it floating in the air with that raspberry. It's so beautiful. The patchouli and the cedar kind of add a masculine tinge to it to really make this thing unisex. Just a unisex floral fragrance basically, even though, like I said, it's a ladies' perfume. It's marketed for women, but this is fantastic. Absolutely backup bottle worthy. Definitely a lifer. Super happy to have this one. And that's Juliet Has a Gun, Lipstick Fever. Make sure to check out the full review if you haven't already. Matter of fact, I'll put it right there for you if you want to check it out. Next, this is absolutely one of my favorite cold weather fragrances. It's a beast mode fragrance. Fantastic longevity and projection. Keeps going and going and just smells incredible. That's the best way to put this, is this just smells incredible. Everyone should try Carlisle from Parfums de Marly. I have 4 fragrances from the house. I would like to get some more. There's several more. I want to get Wajan. I'd like to get Percival. I still need to get Leighton to compare to the clones I have. Leighton Exclusive. I want to get a full bottle of Sedley. I just have a decant right now. There's a lot of things I'd like to get. I want to try the new Sutton, you know, over time, you know, but of the ones I've tried, which I've tried a lot of the ones I just named, and I own 4 bottles in total. Galloway, this, Kalan, and Pegasus. This is without a shadow of a doubt my favorite that I've tried from the house. This is so good. It's a jumble of notes. It smells like, you know, it took bits and pieces from Herod, bits and pieces from Oajan, just bits and pieces from so many of their fragrances, and just well balanced, blended to perfection. This stuff is just so good. I haven't smelled it in a while. Whew, man, smokiness with that tobacco, the right amount of sweetness without being too sweet. God, that tobacco is so good in this one. Carlisle, I'm telling you, it's always a time, always looking for a cooler day to wear something like this, because this is definitely not a hot weather fragrance that'll get cloying on you, but it's one that I'm gonna have to have forever because it is so good. I urge you, get a sample and try this. Or if you smelled it before, maybe it's time to pull the trigger. Carlisle, Parfums de Marly. Next, another one. I do have the whole collection, but without a shadow of a doubt, this is my favorite from the line and my favorite fougere overall. It's from Raja Parfums, Scandal, Parfum Cologne. I know I've talked about this one recently. Hell, I wore it last week. As a matter of fact, I love this fragrance. It is so, so good. Old school, masculine, powerhouse type of stuff without being too powerful, but it's definitely no slouch in the performance category. It's an all-day spray. The sillage and projection's just right to where it's far from a skin scent, but you're not filling any rooms. But when you're walking by somebody or they're within a few feet of you, they're going to smell you. You're going to smell like a well put together man. This is an elegant, masculine, boss type of fragrance for sure. One that I absolutely think people should try if you like fougères. If you love a good classic type of fragrance, classic men's fragrance, this is that with a modern touch. This is a love letter to the classic style fougères, barbershop fragrances, and like I said, just brought to the present day with high, super high quality oils. Like I said, there's links below to get stuff like this. Like this, best price is going to be Minba Fragrances, especially with that coupon code. Try to get your hands on stuff like this when you can. They do sell out, but they do restock pretty quickly. And like I said, everybody talks about Elysium. Scandal gets overshadowed, and it's my favorite from the line. I'm gonna have to keep it for life. So if you've been around the channel since the winter, you know this is one of my favorite fragrances. One of my most complimented fragrances. One of my favorite cold weather fragrances. My favorite tobacco fragrance, for example. It's from Mancera. Red Tobacco. I love the way this stuff smells. This is potent and beautiful. So, so good. Man. Everybody should try this one. This is such a good fragrance. If I had to keep one Mancera, I'm keeping Red Tobacco. No doubt. And look, it was hard not to make this a Mancera list, really and truly, because I like all 8 of the Manceras that I have, and I had to refrain from making it half a Mancera list. You know what I mean? There's a few that had to get left out because if I had to whittle it down to 10, it had to be the 10 you see. And this is without a shadow of a doubt my favorite Mancera fragrance. It's powerful, it's compliment getting, and like I said, it's just the most beautiful tobacco fragrance that I own to my nose. And I have a lot of tobacco fragrances. And that's Mancera, Red Tobacco. Now, just because I said I had to hold back from putting a bunch of Manceras on here doesn't mean I didn't put 2 Manceras on here, because I have to have this one. I have to. More than Cedrat Boisé, Oud Blue Notes, even Wave Musk, which some of you may be thinking would be on here, and it was hard to keep Wave Musk off, but I had to go with Oud Lemon Mint. This fragrance is so damn good, it should be a crime. It's got a lot of light components to it, such as the lemon, beautiful lemon, but it gets real creamy from the oud that's in here. You know, this looks like and is marketed as a hot weather fragrance, but I would say this is more of 3 seasons, spring, fall, winter. You can wear it in the summer, but I would be careful because this thing is potent, super duper strong, just like Red Tobacco is. 3 sprays, you're good. This thing projects. This thing lasts all day, and it doesn't smell like anything else I have. Hell, you can make this a signature scent too if you really want to. And it's one that I absolutely have to have for life. Mancera Oud Lemon Mint. One of my favorite fragrances. This is relatively new as well. I did a full review on this one. I'll put that right there if you want to check it out. It's from Amarud. White Hinoki. Yes, this jumped into the list. The Hinoki wood in this is a citrusy, smoky type of wood. It's got this boozy accord in here that blended together. This is one of the most unique smelling fragrances that I own. This stuff is amazing. So, so good. Whew. Man, I actually have a discount code down below if you want to save 20% from Amarud on this fragrance, and at least sample this one. Try it. It's so unique. Don't let what you read on Fragrantica fool you. I don't find it to be overly feminine. I don't get where people are coming from with that. This is much more masculine than Fragrantica trolls will tell you. This stuff is so good. My God, this stuff is so good, and it's powerful. It's an all-day spray, and like I said, it smells like nothing else I have. The Hinoki wood in this adds such a uniqueness when mixed with that boozy accord in here. I'm telling you, just try it out. This bottle will probably last me forever. And it's a good thing because this is one I'll have to keep. If I had to throw the rest out, White Hinoki from Amaroud's absolutely gonna make the cut. Then last but most certainly not least, you know, there's a reason this wasn't on my designer list of keepers for life, because this is a niche fragrance from a house that used to be a designer house, a high-level luxury designer that now only sells the fragrance and has more fragrances coming out, but currently this is the one thing. So it is a niche house, and this is absolutely a niche level fragrance. The oils are super high quality. You know where I'm going with this. It's Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. You had to know I have to keep this one. This is a must-have fragrance for me. A lot of memories tied to this one for a lot of different reasons. When it comes to wearing a suit, this is the first thing I reach for. When it comes to a new life event, this is the first fragrance I reach for. It's fantastic. Is it for everybody? No. No fragrance is for everybody. It's absolutely for me. One that I have to have forever. I love this fragrance. The man that created this fragrance is a genius. Pretty entertaining to say the least. Kudos on this one. Everybody should get a sample because the sample's free on this one. Everybody should try this. Why wouldn't you? There's a link below. Order you a sample and try it. If you're running low on your sample and you already have one, get you a bottle. Why not? I definitely have to have it forever. And this is Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. Well, guys, that's my 10. If I had to whittle it down, that would be the ones. Like I said, Cedrat Boisé, Wave Musk. It was hard to keep Creation E off of here. I could live without Creed Aventus. You know, some people may have thought that might have made it, but no. You know, there's a lot of stuff that almost made it on, but ended up not, because if I had to whittle it down to 10, these were the 10. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. How many of these did you see coming? How many of these kind of surprised you? How many of these have you tried? You know, I advise everybody, try these. You may find something you fall in love with on this list as well. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of these, you give them a spray now, pretty confident you'll thank me later. Definitely some of my favorites. Have a good one, guys.